Hey guys, XJ9's here, and today is going to be a Kerapac hard mode guide. Good thing I actually didn't do this right away because they actually hotfixed Kerapac to actually be a bit more harder. He has like a 50% damage reduction, and he does increasing damage with this one mechanic that you might have seen in my normal mode. That method does not work anymore. I did different methods, so in this video, good thing I actually waited because now we can actually do the real way to do this boss. So I'm glad I held on this for a little bit. To be honest, we're going to go right into gear. First off, I am going to use Ganodermic in my second kill with it's like really cheap gear. Just like you don't need Achto to do this. This is just like what a high level PVMer would bring. Like, you know, there's plenty of people who even did raids and don't even PVM that much, honestly. But this is going to be an example, like, you know, what to aim for. And also, I won't be using a Ripper Demon. Ripper Demon, you know, that requires a lot of concentration. I can use a Ripper Demon, by the way. But hey, we're going to use a Mammoth because it's less DPS. It'll show the mechanics more. So let's get started. So first off, Achto Helmet. That's this Achto Primeval Robe Top with Biting 4. Ignore the Dragon Slayer. Crackling 4, Relentless 5. Achto Legs with Devoted 4, Impatient. No, yeah, so Devoted, Enhanced Devoted 4, and then Devoted 4, Impatient 4. This is the Devoted 4, Impatient 4 combo is actually quite nice just because with Enhanced Devoted 4, you can get back-to-back procs, which was really strong. It still is strong, so you don't have to get that. You can just get Impatient if you want and do just fine. Cinderbane Gloves, you can get away with using like Octo Gloves or Spellcaster Gloves, but Cinderbane Gloves are pretty staple in PVM, so you should definitely have these gloves. For a cape, I'm actually using a Completionist cape. I actually do have a 3rd Age Druid cloak, which is slightly better than the Ancient cloak for tank armor for Animate Dead. However, it doesn't. The Achto set effect is like with my 4-piece Achto, I have 40% increased damage. So I'm actually not really losing that much damage because I'm using a defender because of this set effect. However, the cape is not part of the set effect. So when you use a tank cape, you actually lose quite a bit of DPS. So if you want, use like a max cape, a kiln cape. I honestly maybe even switch this for a kiln cape. I'll be honest, like I might even do that, but I'm not gonna do it now. Kiln cape does just fine. Or you can use the Ancient Cloak if you want more damage reduction for whatever reason. Although I think it might be overkill, honestly. Essence of Finale Animate, I would highly recommend having this because in hard mode, I think his stats are a bit buffed, but during the last phase, he has this mechanic where his clones have like a lot of defense, so the Reaper stacks actually help a lot there. And also having Gothic Staff in here. Channeler's Ring. The thing with this ring is it's really good, especially if you have greater conc. If you know your first kills or maybe you don't like swapping, I would probably recommend camping the Pontifex Shadow Ring. You can get away with not using the Shadow Ring. All you have to do is anticipate in freedom during his one stun mechanic, which is fine to do, honestly. But it's really up to you. I'll be honest, you really probably don't need the Shadow Ring that much at all. It may even be like kind of even considered a waste to bring it. I'll try to demonstrate different ways to do it, so don't worry about that. I have a bunch of rune pouches, just full of a bunch of runes. Enfeeble is really nice. Disruption Shield is okay. I don't actually use these this much. It's mostly just about Animate Dead and Incite Fear or Exaggerate. Take your pick, honestly. Appraisal Wand 30. Oh no, 30 is not important. Sorry. So I use Appraisal Wand Precise 6 after Shock 1, and use a Calfight Rebounder after Shock 4 Equilibrium 2. Defender tier doesn't matter too much. However, the higher the better. It's really good, strong, just camping dual wield. Also really nice. Once you get greater conc, you get to camp that dual wield. Scrimshaw of Elements. It's quite nice. It's a superior. You can use anything else. Like I highly recommend at least a Scrimshaw. You can also use Grimoire if you don't have superior Scrimshaws, but they're kind of expensive. Although hopefully it'll go down soon. Power Burst of Vitality. I'll be honest, I don't use this during this kill. It's mostly just for like, I don't even know, honestly. You probably don't even need this Power Burst. Like, I don't know. I'll be honest, it might even be a dead weight. Like if you find a use for it, because it's essentially 50% damage reduction. So if you find a use for it, you use it. If not, don't worry about it. Some Sheridan Brews for healing. Sour Wand with a Rigor for switching for Sunshine. And I bring 2 restores. If your kills take over 11 minutes, you're probably going to need 3 restores. So yeah, if you want to be safe, take 3 or take a Blessed Flask. Excalibur for free healing. I take a weapon poison 1 dose. You can bring no doses or 4 doses if you want, but you just want to drink that before the kill. And I'll be honest, I forget a lot, so I like putting it in my preset. I was trying to put it in my other preset before the kill, but that's too complicated, honestly. Dread Nips, Vuln Bombs, Luck of the Dwarf switch for the end of the kill. Oh, so here's another thing. So where my Heinous Devoted is in my legs, so I made this in my top. It's a Bulwark 4 and Turtling 4. Bulwark 4 is really nice for Debilitate if you really want to like absorb damage. I'll be honest, I don't really use Debilitate that much here, so it's not too useful. But the big thing is Turtling 4. The Turtling 4 switch on a piece of gear, like top or legs, preferably the top. Oh, it depends on where you put your perks, though. Turtling 4 pretty much makes your barricade with the defender last 16 seconds. Really nice and really, honestly, even crucial just for a nice relaxing kill, honestly. I like using it a lot. You could get away with not using barricade and using like Debil and Reflect, honestly. But the 16 seconds of just not being able to die in soul splitting is quite nice. So that's why I like using that. What else? I mean, that's really it. Just my Overload and my Adrenaline Flask, best one you have. And my axe is full of food. So that's really it. I have, Ooglog, Bonfire. I have all 3 types of sticks. However, you don't need the Spirit Weed if you're not using a Ripper Demon, so don't worry about Spirit Weed. And for Aura, I'll be honest, if you're doing your first kill, I'd probably use, probably Vampirism, honestly. But for this kill, I mean, we're going to use Aegis Aura. Why? I don't know. Screw it, There you go, Aegis Aura. Aegis Aura is pretty good. I'm not joking. It's damage reduction. It's quite nice. So we're just gonna go and get the kill started. Again, I will show the Ganodermic kill after this kill. I'll try to show little tricks and stuff. So we need to get our adrenaline. You can also bring an urn if you want, but I don't bring an urn. So let's make sure I have everything. Okay. So before we go, let's make sure we're ready. So activate your Animate Dead. You drink your weapon poison. Activate your Scrimshaw. And we're ready to go. Enter instance. Make sure you have hard mode on. It will be unchecked when you go. Go this way. Hug this wall. Overload. I'm going to wait for him. Here he comes. Yeah, screwed up, but yeah, that's fine. A Vuln Bomb, Smoke Cloud, DPS him. We're going to anticipate here. Devotion. Tsunami him. Chains. And so now, this mechanic where he shoots out, like when he does that, he'll shoot out this orb whatever wall you're actually facing. So it's actually really nice to just be against this wall when he does that. So when he does this, put on melee part, you can put on your ring and just DPS him. So again, when he slams, you need to run away because he has damage reduction on. Just start attacking him. Just walk away after. This doesn't really do much damage. You don't need a surge or anything. After that's done, Mage Prayer back on. Continue the damage. Build up back to a Sunshine. He's going to summon Lightning soon. It always comes from the east side. At least I believe it does. If I'm wrong, I'm sorry. So here, we can just chill out. I'm going to surge over this. You can also just reflect or debilitate and just run through it and you'll be fine. So he's going to do his one move right now. I need anticipate, devotion. He'll do it very soon. You can also argue that was a bit soon. You can just DPS the timed thread. Get a nice heal. Go back to DPSing him. Put on your ring on, the Pontifex ring. Melee prayer. If you don't want to use the Pontifex ring, you can also anticipate this. And then just walk away. And he'll disable your anticipate, but that's fine. You can then cast Freedom. Walk this way. We're almost phasing him, and we actually don't want to phase. We actually want to don't sunshine right now. We actually want to just phase him first. So now he's phased. Cast Enfeeble. Oop, oop. There we go. So now you can click on this upper left, the icon, and then sunshine after. And this is essentially a reverse adrenaline potion. It's not really required, honestly, but it's nice. You do summon the little sphere thing. This is fine. Just devotion. The stun honestly doesn't matter that much. If you get stunned, who cares? It's not really that important. Let's go back to damaging him. Here he comes with this. Just put on your ring if you want. Again, he has 50% damage reduction when he lands, so you don't really worry about DPSing when he does that. Made it back to Magic Prayer. Hug this wall still. I'm going to use my Sunshine. I used my button into Sunshine, and I'll get my Adrenaline all back. So I'm going to keep my Zuriels on and get ready to barricade in a second. I actually messed up there, but that's fine. So we're going to barricade here. And we barricade, and just all that damage is avoided. This is nice. Tsunami him. Here comes this mechanic. Freedom out of it. Devotion. Sigil Devotion. Pretty good. G-staff that. Yeah, this should be dead soon. It'll die to that bleed. He's done with that mechanic, so I actually don't need that. Pontifex Ring switch. Melee prayer. Walk away because he has damage reduction, which is unhealthy. We're going to cast our Jazz or Time Warp thing. Then Sunshine. Then spend all of your adrenaline. Spam those G-staffs. Debilitate is good because you'll get back your Debilitate anyway. Back to Magic Prayer. It's a bit wonky. Sometimes their cooldowns is like, are like weird. Like your wild magic, even though you use it, it's like not up. Here comes lightning again. Also, I'll demonstrate here. Like, oh look, here comes lightning. Okay, reflect, debilitate, enfeeble. Oops. There's enfeeble. Just walk. You can walk through it. Look at that. Look at that damage. You don't need a barricade. You don't have to. Might just do that honestly. Why not? He's gonna do this. We're gonna do Time Warp, Sunshine again. Enhanced Devoted with Devoted 4 is insane, by the way. You just take no damage. Don't even need a Devoted. That attack doesn't even do that much anyway. Back to the Pontifex Ring. Bleed him when he does this, because then he can not take advantage of that damage reduction so much. As when he lands, like even there was full damage. It was very nice. His third hit will always end prematurely, so don't worry about that. Next attack will be lightning. Again here, I'm just gonna debilitate reflect. You can honestly be fine. Delay it a little bit, put on your robe, debilitate, reflect. And all you do is just run like, you know, oh, surge, you know, easy. Oh, I need to run this way. Look at that. Easy. Debilitate, reflect. You don't even need a barricade, honestly. Oh, then you can save Time Warp. Sunshine. Screw barricade, honestly. You can use that. Anticipate. I'll be honest, time's confusing me because sometimes I'm making a lot of errors, but it's fine, dude. As long as you get the kill, that's all that matters, dude. That thing's dead. Always kill that. It just does damage over time, which is really annoying. I'm gonna use Disruption Shield here. Put on Pontifex Ring. So here, save your Sunshine. On phase 3, you want to have Sunshine up for the finale. You absolutely need it, or it'll be absolutely awful. So we're not gonna use our Time Warp at all here. We're just gonna DPS him. Cast Enfeeble, so on the last phase he's a bit weaker. You don't have to do this. I'm going Natural Instinct here as well. So you first off, you want him that do this mechanic. Don't DPS him anymore. You want to wait. You either need to phase him before this, or I'm gonna time warp then Cade. Time warp, Cade. Now I can phase him. And I'll get all my adren back, and it's fine. Yep. So all my adren back. So now I can go here, cast Sunshine, take control of one of your bodies here, eat up, go here, Shellfish Brew. Shellfish Brew. And this would heal them back to full. Now you can drink your potion of, I don't know, adrenaline. And now the goal here is to actually burst one of these fat down. Because they're healthy, you need to burst one down. Once you burst one down, you're good. There's Vuln Bomb too. I'm going to go over here, reflect, eat, reflect, eat. Go up here. Overload. Tsunami. Oh, I couldn't Tsunami. Ugh. I'm kind of messing up. That's fine. Go over here. Take food out. So the mechanic here, I'll explain it once it's back to down to 3, because it's easier to explain. Because it's actually kind of important. So once dead, this is very easy. So essentially, you need to take control of them because they'll keep the HP that you had. But once look at the other one. There comes the auto. Oh, it hit him. But if you go in after the auto, oh, you can take control and take both hits. So that's what you're supposed to do. Bursting one down is a really good strategy, just because then you only need to do 2, and you can. It's easier to take all the hits. I think you can take all 3 hits, but it's like really precise. So another thing here is don't use conc, because look, I'm going to fixate here, and if you swap when using a channel ability, it'll stay on this. Don't use a channel ability when you swap, or that happens. Revenge here is also extremely powerful because you're getting hit by so much stuff that you might as well use it, honestly. So yeah, all you do is just keep swapping between the two. You could also utilize the time thing, but again, I was explaining, and it's kind of like new to me as well, because I didn't even bother using it. So again, you just even focus the other one down and not worry about it too much. Let's reflect here. Bleeds work and reflect works. Reflect's very strong here. That one's dead. Now it's just one left. I'm gonna Dren pot soon. He's dead, so now we go over here. Then you would have fight Kerapac here. I'm gonna Vuln Bomb him. Disruption shield. I'm gonna divert ability. Then time warp, Sunshine. And just spam your G staff. You'll get your adrenaline back in a second anyway. There's the adrenaline back. Now you just DPS like crazy. Devotion. And the kill is pretty much done. You put your luck of the Roves on. All this is DPS. He has 175% more damage on top of some, I think like 30% prayer. He breaks through prayer a bit more. If you're ever struggling, you just camp defensives, barricade. Again, you can cast barricade here and do just fine. And this is all it is. This was the hard part. If you just take care of one, you're fine. The time warp mechanics are honestly kind of confusing. Like, kind of, as in like, it's more of like, you need to do it, and then you'll just know. So he's dead. That's it. He's dead. And now I'm going to do a kill with Ganodermic. And again, I don't have Ripper Demon. So, if Ripper Demon would help a lot, it really would. It's really good. That was a good kill. Like, pretty much a bit over 10 minutes. Scripture Jazz. I've yet to see a staff. So here, I'm going to do my sticks fast. And now I'm going to get my other preset. So my other preset is very similar to my other presets. I have Ganodermic. Like, oh look, I just have Ganodermic on. Ancient Cloak. You can wear a comp cape if you want, if you find Ancient Cloak to be overkill. Again, you can just camp the Shadow Ring if you want. I'm not even sure if the Shadow Ring does anything else besides prevent the stuns. It might, so keep an eye on for that. Everything else is literally the same. It's the same top, same everything. It's just using Ganodermic. So essentially all I'm losing is, if you go to stats, I'm losing about 3% damage reduction flat from PVM, PvE they call it. And I'm using my Achto resets, which doesn't honestly really matter. And I'm losing my high armor value because Achto's so much armor. Losing LP because this doesn't give any form of life point bonus whatsoever. And I'm losing 20% 20% damage actually on my offhand because it's a defender, so it's half the bonus of the set effect of Achto, because 4-piece Achto is a 40% damage reduction based on offhand, but it's half of a defender. So that's what it is. So we're going to show the Ganodermic kill. The Ganodermic kill, again, I actually did a kill with on Hardmode without Cinderbeans. They're not required, but why wouldn't you have Cinderbeans? So, yep. Again, I'm using Aegisar. This thing's probably going to run out mid-fight anyway. Okay. I honestly didn't see my weapon poison, so I might weapon poison. So we're gonna. So we're actually gonna start. This is gonna have it. So weapon poison, Scrimshaw, Animate dead. It'll last the whole kill. It's 12 minutes. You might need to recast in the middle of the kill, but that's what you gotta do sometimes. Yep, we're gonna go in. Surge. Stay here. Here he comes again. Sunshine. Just attack him. Wild Magic Asphyxiate. If you do it early. You can anticipate this. Just getting some adrenaline. Auto attack as well. Devotion after. And Tsunami after. So Pontific Strain on, because he'll actually use a mechanic soon. Melee Prayer. Walk away from him after. Oops, I don't mean to backslide. That's done. You put back your challenge ring. Won't bomb soon. Again, he's gonna call this staff. Oh my god! I didn't know that. Okay, well, guys, we found out, guys. It can spawn there. So you know what? You actually don't want to be hugging that wall, guys. Woohoo! But you see, I didn't die. See, that's a skill, not dying. So guys, you probably actually want to be like over here. If you're like over here, where my mouse is right now, you'll be fine. It's fine. This is why we have Ganodermic. Anticipate this. Devotion. You can also Revenge. Revenge for tons of stacks here. Power Burst of Vitality would have been nice there. I'd say 9 stacks of Revenge, guys. That's pretty much the Sunshine. Pontific String. Melee Prayer. One Bomb where he's going to land. Oh, I think I already one bombed him, but You can also Soul Split a bit if you want during this long-ass animation. Move this way. He's gonna. So since he's gonna do the staff, you actually want to walk this way, guys. So he's gonna summon the staff soon. DPS him. Here it comes. Where's it gonna come? It's this way. So all we need to do here is just surge. Just like that. Just easy. I guess I'm really lucky. I'm not even joking. That has never happened to me in all my kills. And I've done like 15 kills. He's phase. Enfeeble. Smoke cloud him. I have my time warp mechanic now. I couldn't use it there, but I honestly don't really care. You can do it if you want. I don't want to be fancy right now. I'm going to stand here. Anticipate. Devotion. Revenge. That's going to be a very common occurrence, by the way. Go on top of that a little bit. Kill that. Overload. Walk over here. Okay. So, Melee Prayer and Pontific Strain. Again, same thing. He's just going to walk around like this. I'm going to use, right here, I'm going to use Time Warp, Sunshine. Get all that damage. I'm going to G-Staff as well. Just dumping that adrenaline. Dumping that adrenaline before I come back. Just like that, 100%, guys. Oh, see, but I didn't even Wild Magic. Like, why is it on cooldown? It's very strange. So again, here it comes with this staff thing. You don't want to be hugging that corner at that point. Again, here, you can actually debilitate and reflect. And I'll just have to surge over the green wall. Very dynamic fight, guys. Good stuff. Surge over. It's done anyway, pretty much. I can time warp, sunshine. Here he comes with this, and anticipate, devotion, time warp. I get the DPS that. Really relaxing fight. Again, I'm barely even solo clicking. Melee prayer, Pontifex Train. After this move, again, if he's not 50k, you don't want to phase him because it can get hairy, honestly. Like, I mean, whatever. I'm just going to phase him. Who cares? I'm in Ganodermic. Okay, he did it anyway, guys. This is great. This is exactly what I wanted, honestly. This is great. This is great. Yep, we just debilitate, reflect, surge over the wall if you need to. I mean, you don't have to. This first move is going to be that little thing. We're going to time warp, sunshine, surge over the wall, freedom. Oh, he actually shot this way. That's actually kind of funny. Yeah, I guess if you I guess it's not where you first were. Oh my god, it's like teleport. Okay, that's actually kind of funny. Don't do that. This is why I don't like time. Okay, like I hate time, and you know it's like they do this stuff, and then like he shot it across the map. So important thing to note there. Also, melee prayer, Pontifex String. Important thing to note there is that if you surge, it will go that way. So you actually want to wait. So there, it was actually probably better to not let him get phased because I lost so much damage here. Just play it safe. You don't want him to do Armadillo Staff into phase. It's actually really bad. Time warp. I kept all my gen anyway, so it actually doesn't matter. Ooh, I forgot about that bad. Ooh, this kills. Oh yeah, that's calculated, guys. I'm gonna be honest. This is not what you want to do. Like, yo, debilitate, reflect. I mean, it just shows. You can be sloppy as hell. You can still get the kill. I have animate dead on. I have all his damage reduction. Like, poof. Surge over that. Just dodge that lightning. The lightning again is it takes a while to kill you. It really does. Anticipate. Revenge, devotion. Yeah, we're gonna stop hugging that wall, I'll be honest. Like, it might even be better to like stand over here-ish because he'll still shoot over there. It's like that's like if you want to be like super picky about things. Melee prayer, Pontifex Ring. I'm gonna time warp in a second. So time warp. I'm gonna walk away from him. All magic. We're going to play this very safe here, because he's going to do the staff thing, and we're going to actually barricade it, because I just want to play safe. This is a show, like, this is like the super safe method. You want to be towards the middle a bit, though? Like, oh, see, oh, he'll follow you. Go over here. And barricade. With that on. Now it's a 13-second barricade, pretty good. Again, we want to be careful with his phase here. I'm going to just rebuff him just in case. I don't know. I'm not keeping track of buffs. It's hard to talk and do this at the same time, honestly. He's going to do his one mechanic soon. Anticipate. Revenge. This is good. This is great. Keep attacking him. So at 50k phases, again, what we're going to do here is actually to melee. First off, melee prayer in Pontifex Ring. He's phased, so now we're going to do time warp, sunshine, magic prayer, feed all your clones, and yep, and we're just going to DPS him now. You have to be careful though. Go into this clone by the time time warp ends, because if you're on another clone, your clone will go across the map, which is kind of interesting. Hey, again, the same strategy. We're just going to DPS that one. And just play it safe. I probably shouldn't have done that, but it's fine. Tsunami. Just want to kill one right as soon as like you have a lot of time. Don't feel too stressed, but make sure he doesn't die. Spam that G stab because these things are tanky. Another thing to note is when you put a bleed on them, and even if you swap forms, you'll actually keep the bleed on them. So here we're actually gonna do safe up a bit. Just drink some brews, and we're gonna get a sunshine and time warp in a second. So time warp, then sunshine. I'm gonna stay here because I actually want to stay in here because it already gets messy, honestly. So we have that. Now we're free sunshine essentially. Now I can just DPS this one. Reflect is really strong here. Remember to use that. You have so much food. Look how much food I have. I have so much. If you're focusing on this one, you can sunshine. Like, you can even use barricade if you want here. Like, again, like I can't even show it. Devotion and barricade and reflect are really good, as well as revenge. Like, I'll be honest, the time warp mechanic, like, again, maybe it makes it a bit complicated. If you, honestly, you probably don't even need a time warp mechanic. All you want to do is just keep swapping between these two. Like, oh, he attacks, then swap. Attack swap. Attack swap. Attack swap. That's all I do. Like, oh, look at this. Barricade. Now it's just, you take no damage and you can soul spit. That one's dead. He's dead. Time warp. I'm very low, so be cautious about the time warp. You're gonna come back to life at really low HP. So I'm gonna get ready to eat in a second. I also should have wild magic as well during that. This is a very new thing to me. I didn't bother doing it for like my 20 kills or whatever. And at this point, again, you just devotion. This is the same thing. Just play it safe. You can also enfeeble him, just so he does less damage. Go overload if you want. Oh, I'm getting low. I have a lot of food though, so I'm just not eating because I have a big habit of not eating. So if you see me getting low, don't worry about it. Again, like reflect, revenge if you want. Just get the kill. He does a lot of damage. Wild magic fix with revenge. Revenge is super strong. He's dead. And look at that. It was only a minute longer with Ganodermic. Again, you don't really need the Achto. You really don't. Achto's nice, but you don't really need it. It was only a minute longer with Ganodermic. And I made some mistakes, honestly. Like, again, when he's about to do the lightning in his rotation, which is after he does his attack where he's like mailing you from the sky, just don't be hugging the wall. Like, be around it here. Because, like, honestly, even if the thing goes across, it's not the biggest deal. That's just a min-max, like, you know. Oh, yeah, he can come and fight you, so yeah, don't be sure not to be here. Yeah, I mean, this is literally how you do it. Honestly, there's probably a lot of things you can do, but this is day one. This is day one guide. Be sure to like it and stuff, and tell me what you like. Maybe even dislike it. Maybe you hated the video. If you did, tell me why. Again, I actually like making guides a lot. I really like this is, like, tell your friends, like, this is literally a very simple guide on how to do this boss. Anyone can do this boss right now, like, anyone. Like, just put this on seismic wand instead of appraisal. You'll be fine. Like, honestly, you can do this boss. You can do this boss. Like, this boss isn't too hard as long as you can't defensives. The defender is insane. All you need to do is swap melee sometimes. And again, the time warp mechanic, if you want to, just completely avoid it. It doesn't even matter, honestly. It's essentially a reverse adrenaline potion. That's how I think of it. That's all I'm doing with it right now. There's probably some really clever methods to do with it, with, you know, specials. But I don't have a staff of Armor, for example. Yeah. That's pretty much it. Yep. Bye.